The kind of intensity, sensitivity that is available on retreat. It's just so easy to notice how easy it is to rely on distraction in daily life. But in the absence of that, when life is so simple, there's just no escaping how the mind relates to our life. And in moments, there's real freedom in doing that. It just feels like something special and worth devoting a lifetime to.
My love of Prairie Farm first starts with the land itself because it's not flat, because the glaciers didn't go through there, and it's covered with big ridges that have old white pines, and when you get to the top of the ridge you can see all the land around for dozens of miles.
Mark and Wen have had a vision for a retreat property for a number of years and have been patient and finding just the right property.
To be there alone was a really wonderful experience because there was enough structure, but yet there was all this opportunity to choose how I'd like to use my time for walking meditation, for sitting meditation, for study, for contemplation.
It just feels so quiet there, and yet also so rich and full of the community's good intentions.
The house itself, because it feels more like a house. When I say center, that feels a little stuffy, but it's just this beautiful old house with multiple bedrooms, wooden floors, and so you feel at home right away, or at least I did. It's very welcoming.
It feels kind of nice to think back when these ideas of the common ground community having its own place, close enough to get to, and how naturally certain values just kind of came to the fore when we were thinking about the retreat property. And there are good retreat centers around, so we didn't necessarily feel like we had to replicate an Insight Meditation Society or a Spirit Rock, of course, or even some of the smaller retreat centers, that we could do something with a more of a family orientation, a community-based retreat instead of professional staff offering a retreat for people who come in for it.
One aspect that I do appreciate about Prairie Farm, and I'm looking to take more advantage of, is the opportunity to be in a space where I'm sitting off secluded in retreat practice with other people of color, or really with anybody that reflects me in a way that I feel like I need to be reflected in. And so having the opportunity to have self-directed practice in small groups at Prairie Farm, I think can really be a way of eliminating certain hurdles or barriers to people who've at times felt not seen in our larger meditation community.
Our community is thriving, and it's thriving naturally just through Donna, and Prairie Farm is just another example, just watching it all fall together, everyone coming and all the pieces. So it's like watching a beautiful thing grow of its own accord from this powerful intention.
There was a major gift to help with the initial purchase, covered about half of the cost of the retreat property. The other half came together just from the wider community. And now we're right in the middle of this $300,000 renovation, turning what was really initially just this simple pole barn built by an Amish family into a really beautiful retreat property with 9 bedrooms and several bathrooms and a beautiful meditation hall.
Yeah, and it won't be perfect. We won't get it all right, but it's a work in progress, just like we are in our lives.
We've been able to manage in what feels like a very responsible way, so we can examine or see really clearly what our available resources are and develop our plan around the available resources.
Generally at Common Ground, we operate with this value of frugality and simplicity. When resources come our way, we find some way to use them that will be really helpful for our practice and for the wider world. And when resources don't come in, we practice contentment.